One word was enough for me to know that I live in a world filled with supernatural beings. The stories I was told as a child were not just made-up stories told to children to spark their imaginations. That stories were real. They are real. Cade's words might hold some truth. Glaziers are generally murderers. His face drops to the ground. He is expecting me to run away at any moment now. But I don't and I can't. If I am completely honest, there is nothing that can make me run from him. I know he is good. I can sense it. I can't help but move closer to him, wrapping my arm around his. It must have taken a lot from him to open up to me and share his secret. And in a way, I know it's because something about my life is tied to his. Ask me. I know you are burning to know the answer, he sighs. I think I might already know the answer, I answer. I don't kill the innocent, Honora, at least not anymore. Sadness is displayed in his voice. Something happened that he deeply regrets. But I know that he is not ready to open up about it yet. My family was not human either, right? I hesitate. It's complicated, Honora. There is so much you do not know, and I am not sure that you can take the truth. No need to doubt her anymore. She can handle it. She is the daughter of Gerald and Melia Eurydice. That means everything. An unfamiliar voice interrupts our conversation. Zayn's eyes grow wide, and he immediately rises to his feet. Father. Son, I was delighted to see a letter from you. The content, on the other hand, I was not expecting. The man who Zayn calls father is stern in his ways. He is a straight-to-the-point type of man. He is a man of authority, a leader. I stand up and walk closer to the father of my fallen angel. He sprouts a look of youth, an almost identical version of Zayn, but with a few more years to his belt. He wears his hair almost shoulder length, somewhat rebellious almost. He is clothed in black with a ton of silver and gold rings on his fingers. It's lovely to see you again, Honora, and to officially meet you. I don't believe that you remember me. I am Ror Redhurst. Rourke holds out one hand for me to shake. My eyes meet his. This is the man I saw in Conrad's drawn picture. He has not changed that much. Only his hair is longer now. His name, it is him my parents spoke about in one of my visions. Another vision is underway. The dizziness is a clear sign. This vision is different. It freezes everyone's movements, but I can see the memory as it happens. At Honora's subconscious. My brother, I will be forever in your debt. You risked everything to save us, but more importantly, you did it for Honora, Gerald says as he hugs Rourke. It is me who will forever be indebted to you and Melia for saving my life, and then the life of my little boy. What I am doing now is not in the slightest enough to thank you. But know this, I will be there for Honora always, Rourke replies. We will always be brothers, bound together by blood with an everlasting friendship, Gerald says with sincerity. Rourke pulls away to look Gerald in the eyes. The plan remains the same. We will meet up in 5 years. Honora will be close to my boy's age, and they can meet each other. Rourke breaks the vision with a touch to my shoulders. Honora, come back to me. I know you as Stephen. What happened to my father and you that caused you to change your identity? She asks bluntly. I was hoping that this would not have been your first question. Our world is complex. Nonetheless, I made a promise to both your mother and father that I would be here for you whenever and if indeed you ever needed me. Rourke's face turns to a look of defeat. It was never intended for you to meet me or know this world. That would have been ideal. I knew that being who you are, this would have happened anyway. You sent word for everyone to join us here? Zayn asks. Yes. Honora, all the people you know have their stories in our world. It really has been a long time coming, but first I need you to give me your necklace. Rourke insists. I have not taken this necklace off since the white dove gifted it. It helps to trust Rourke after seeing that my father trusted him. I loosen the necklace slowly, taking my time, and with a heavy heart I hand the necklace over to Rourke. Rourke opens the enclosed opening immediately without any thought. He finds the dried hidden leaves from Amelia. Rourke does the unthinkable. He throws the leaves into the enormous empty hole. Horrified by his actions, I feel immense rage taking over my mind. I cannot stop it, and before I realize the extent of my actions, I charge at Rourke with full force. What the hell did you do, Honora? No! Zayn shouts, but it changes nothing. I pick Rourke up in an effortless move, throwing him towards a neighboring tree with sharp edges. Rourke blocks himself from landing on the sharp edge. A few scratches are all the damage that I manage to do. This hatred I feel overpowers me, making me ruthless and murderous. Honora, look behind you, Rourke says breathlessly. My eyes must be deceiving me. I cannot believe what my eyes are seeing. I blink uncontrollably, trying to phantom the reality. It's two trees intertwined into one Amelia. She is here in all her glory, and she fits into the hole perfectly. It was made for her to be in. I don't understand. It's magical, I gasp. I take one more breath to try and speak. She was in Silverton, and now she is here. Rourke lifts himself upright. You see, Honora, the tree you call Amelia, she belongs to you and your mother. It is indeed two trees. One is yours, and the other one belonged to Amelia. Somehow they became one tree over the years. Thornwood is her rightful place to be. I think about my necklace. It's gone now, and emptiness creeps into my soul. But I can't be more wrong. When I slowly place my fingertips on my neck, I feel the necklace sitting in its place. Rourke sees the confusion in my eyes. The necklace is a veil used to conceal something of value. The necklace also has runic powers of protection. The blacksmith, Aiden Hartswater, designed the powers that the necklace holds. He is a member of the 15th house. We call them the Forsaken Runics. They are hard to find and harder to keep. They typically have no loyalty towards anyone, working for the highest gold bidder. He was not loyal to me because of gold. He stayed after they died. It must mean something. I question. I do not doubt that somehow you meant more than materialistic gold to Aiden, but I have always been a realistic man, which to me is a blessing. I do not trust any member of the 15th house. Aiden remains a mystery to me. He was once one of the slyest runics I have ever come across. Gold was the most important thing to him, but watching you all these years proved that he too was watching you. Protecting you became his motivation. Zayn informed me about this. Rourke, being a proud man, is not too impressed that he might have been wrong about Aiden after all. He takes a deep breath. It became clear to me that he wanted to do anything he could to ensure your safety. The necklace you wear is the reason he does not know of your existence. Who is the person everyone seems to fear so much? I finally ask. Father, that's enough, Zayn interrupts. We have to wait for everyone to get here, then I will tell her. Zayn, it's time now, Rourke expresses. I can't think straight right now. I have so many unanswered questions, and nothing seems to be making sense. Rourke looks at Zayn, giving him a slight nod before backing away from us. I am afraid that I might never have the answers I so desperately want. It is dark, and I find myself staring at Zayn's shadow looming over me. The shadow figure I saw on my last day in Silverton, that was you. I had to be sure that you would be okay after we received news about your parents' death. I desired the thought of coming to Silverton to meet you, but that is the selfish part of me. I didn't want us to become acquainted. I want more for you than this world. This world, our world is filled with constant worries. You deserve to live a full happy life, Zayn explains. Zayn takes a slight step forward, asking my permission to move even closer. I nod to him. He then embraces me in his arms. He whispers, "I can't give you that life, the life you deserve. I have always wanted to know you, the imperfections and every detail associated with you, but that's so selfish. Don't you think I have a say in this too? I cannot explain it, but meeting you felt right, comforting and familiar. Knowing what you are doesn't make that fact any less worthy," I whisper back. Zayn places his fiery hands gently on my face, searching for my soul as he deepens his eye contact. Time in our world is so irrelevant, as you will soon learn. Honora, you have become my lifeline without even knowing it. Our connection was instant, and I know denying myself the right to know you would be a shame. Being young and naive led us here to this very spot next to Amelia, where we took part in a blood-sharing ceremony to become blood brothers. This bonded us for life. Shortly after, we started attending Thornwood College, now known as Red Valley College. Your father met a girl who at first seemed innocent and loving enough. She turned out to be our worst nightmare. Love blinded him at the time, or so he thought. When he came to his senses, realizing that it was nothing more than lust, he exited the relationship. Lagia had never been rejected, and she did not take it well at all. One night she caught me off guard and took me as leverage to hurt your father. Your father did his best to try and reason with her, but I died that night. The pain and guilt your father felt were unbearable. He didn't want to live anymore. Melia saw the whole thing unfold and appeared to your father, offering him the opportunity to bring me back. This decision had consequences, but he didn't care. She took us to Adonis, that is the man in Conrad's drawing. His face is not displayed in the drawing, as you've seen. Adonis is the diviner of our world, the leader if you want to call it that, and ultimately the most powerful Zodiac. He carries the power of all the Zodiacs combined. He can see the future, and he predicted that an event like this would happen. He offered to take me to Hamadian, the creator of our kind. A Triadius with unusual spell power that made her a witch too. He said that we could help each other. The price we had to pay for me to come back to life was high indeed. I had to become a Blazier, and your father had to become the human representative, the voice between humans and Zodiacs. When Hamadian took it upon herself to create the 12 Zodiacs, human witches cursed our kind, creating weapons that had the power to kill each race of Zodiacs. The remaining Zodiacs also became infertile, which meant drastically depleted numbers of Zodiacs. Hamadian planned to use us to rectify this. Your father was the only human able to resist the mind control that mind sages possess. This made his influence on the human race undeniable. Hamadian decided to offer the humans an opportunity to form a new coven of balance between the 15 houses. To form a new coven of balance, they needed blood brothers bound together by a ceremony much like the one we did ourselves, that were born on the same day at the exact time. They also needed the people to be in Aries, the first created zodiac sign by humans. A plus for them was us being born on the 21st of March, which is the first day for Aries. They needed two people who truly had a chosen unbreakable bond. Gerald and I were those people. The agreement was more than viable because just as zodiac numbers were depleting, human numbers were equally depleting. Your father agreed to this only if I was brought back. To form a coven, there must be unwavering trust between a human and zodiac. They brought me back and tested our trust using a spell that needs a human witch and a Zodiac witch to perform it. When the white circle appeared around me and your father, they knew our trust was everlasting, and the coven formed. Boundaries were the first element to be discussed. Each Zodiac is represented by a different creature that has its own abilities. Each Zodiac race has a ruling house that sits at the table. We all have our towns where we live. Humans live among us. Those who did not support the decision of the coven's forming were banished to the mountain and the ocean depending on where they wanted to go. We had to be reborn in some sort of a sense. I became Ror Redhurst, and your father became Gerald Eurydice. Eurydice is an important name that Hemadian wanted to pass on to your father. The name's origin is not quite known. It is a subject that Hemadian vowed to never speak of, and she didn't. Adonis was made to have all Zodiac powers and characteristics into one being. The power it took to accomplish his existence is beyond comprehension. Hemadian has lived for 2,000 years, and it took her nearly 500 years to craft Adonis. Your mom and Adonis formed a complicated relationship that spiraled into nothing when she met your father. Their relationship, much like mine and Cassandra's, was a balance-breaking sin to our coven. It was established that no Zodiac must fall in love or marry a different Zodiac race. Children born into a different Zodiac race will die or be cursed. The coven granted their blessing to me and Cassandra as an exception for what a Zodiac did to me. There were, however, terms to that blessing, which was that Cassandra will only have the ability to bear children if she marries a fellow Gemini. We all know how that turned out. 79 years into a happy marriage and the forming of the coven, Cassandra found out that she was pregnant, and as a true Gemini, it was twins. The news found Hemadian very fast. We were not meant to become parents. Hemadian cursed our boys, bearing the news that one of them or both would die. True to her words, Zayn died. Cassandra had a miscarriage, so to speak, but against all odds, Melia found a way to bring him back. Your family was always our lifeline, and we had to be theirs. Not only may there be no cross-Zodiac relationships, but no Zodiac may fall in love with a human. That alone is treason in the coven, and both races will face death. Your mother and father kept their relationship secret for years until Melia learned that she was carrying you. Melia was not able to have children at all, not even if she ended up with a fellow Triadius. This truth would make their relationship known to the coven and Adonis. Adonis always suspected their relationship to be true. He only lacked evidence. We helped them plan an escape that lasted 15 years until their deaths at sea. If Adonis learns that you exist, you may die. They did not want you ever coming to Thornwood. We knew that even with no powers, your coming here was inevitable, as I mentioned before. A harsh truth. The vision comes to an end with a painful realization making itself known to me. The death of my mother and father was not an accident at all. They died because Adonis found them. I groan with tears forming in my eyes. Adonis is the only one who had the power to kill them. A Zodiac is branded immortal by the diviner if they survive the immortality battle they face when turning 21. Adonis is the only one who can brand a Zodiac immortal, and he is also the only one with the ability to kill an immortal branded Zodiac. The weapons human witches created to kill our kind were destroyed when the Coven of Balance formed, so the diviner is the only one with the ability to brand and kill. Gerald was the only being that ever received the mark without a battle. This was due to his relationship with humans. They wanted him as their representative. Only him, Rourke states. What about Conrad? He is my grandfather. If my grandmother has lived beyond human years, and he is still alive, it means that he is immortal too. I ask with some confusion. Rourke's face turns to surprise. You know Conrad? This is not my story to tell. Rourke offers no more words to this conversation. Zayn takes it upon himself to switch the conversation in a different direction. Anora, if you are ready, I can tell you what each house looks like. It is finally time for me to learn all about our world and the 15 houses.